you're high. So I decided to run bleed all day, and I just destroyed everybody.
Drag Allied into the thing.
Oh, he's here. By the way,
He's been here.
There he is.
He has been here for... No, he just got here.
He just sent me a message. I just tweeted out the picture we were laughing about before, just so you all know, so anyone wants to see what we were laughing about.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hey, he's here.
What's
Man,
up?
that voice is so familiar, man.
It's so fresh.
I literally just walked in like this second. So
Is that Juice
David?
Allied?
Is that David?
Oh my god.
Yo, and with that,
What's up?
welcome to Podcast Simulator, episode number 20, our first special guest episode. David, you're here.
Stop it.
Hi.
We're gonna call him David. That's David.
No, we're
Allen.
No, we're not gonna
Come
call
on.
David.
I could never do that.
I'm not calling him David.
You guys
I'll
never...
do it once.
Are you okay with that, David?
Dude, I'm down. Let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, David.
I've known him for so long, and he has no real name to me. His name is Allied.
Spin that track.
Brandon, you're here.
Yes, man. What?
I'm doing introductions. Fats, you're here.
Sensei. Like, dude, what do you want me to say?
Stop.
Pbat.
Hi.
You know
Sound
we're here.
off.
We were talking before.
And JC, you're here.
Oh my god.
What's good, JC?
What's good, JC?
Of course, Brandon would jump onto this. Of course. Absolutely.
Hey man, the JC train's a good one to be on. Last stop is I got no joke here. Anyway, guided meditation? Guided meditation? Anybody?
You?
What
as
does
always,
that mean?
dumbass.
Are we gonna
What does that mean?
David,
It's you.
do you know what the guided meditation is? David?
David.
David.
Yo.
I lied. That's you, apparently.
David,
Falling asleep.
do you know about...
I'm just getting all comfortable. I'm ready to go now.
He's
Let's
got
go.
do you know what the guided meditation is? Have you ever listened to us before?
Oh, no.
Alright, do you know what a guided meditation is outside of the context of this podcast?
Yo, I thought this was Smite related, DM. What the?
Oh, you're so wrong.
No,
Beta.
listen, but I don't. No,
Alright,
what's up?
alright. So basically you tell everyone to close your eyes, and everyone closes their eyes, and you tell them something that would relax them and to get them prepared for the podcast. Does that make sense? Like if you're giving like a soft motivational speech?
Oh, so you want me to like prepare?
Yeah, make sure you tell everybody to close...
Pbat.
Pbat, what are you doing?
What?
Pip, are you okay
I was,
over there?
yeah, no, I was changing my diaper. Continue.
That's actually what it sounded like. Alright, Allied. Bring us in, calm us down, make us close our eyes, all that shit.
Okay. Want everyone to close their eyes. Come together now. I want you to think of a time. I want you to think of the best moment in the history of being you. What was the best moment that you ever had in a video game? Whether it be World of Warcraft or Super Mario RPG or anything like that. And think about that. And then, Spatter, you're gonna have to take it from here because I don't know what else to say. Bro.
Think about it. Put it in your back pocket. Let it swish around a little bit. Sit down on it. Mush it around. And let it rip. And that's a video game fart. Alright, open your eyes. We're back at the podcast. You kind
That
of
was terrible.
You kind of got the hypothetical confused with the guided
That was-
meditation, so...
That was fucking terrible.
What do you want? That was not a lot to work with.
That was a lot to work with. It gave you everything.
Well, I don't have any memories playing video games.
What? Oh, yeah, you're old.
See, all
I
right.
forgot.
So he gives you the memory, right? You have the memory, and you're living in it, and everything about this just is enthralling. Whether it's an excitement of a big win, or it's the culmination of a story, you are just fulfilled completely. But then you realize that this memory is not a memory, and it's happening now.
Whoa.
And unfortunately for you, it's during the age of where Reddit can ruin whatever the fuck it is. And despite the fact that it is one of the most exciting moments of your life, there are literally thousands of people waiting to take you down because they're not happy. And neither are you. Open your eyes, guys. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah, welcome, everybody.
God bless.
Not bad, not bad.
That was a little too real. But that's what guided meditation is. Alright, so what's on the docket for today, boys? Let's start right at the top.
As always.
We want to talk about the culling, but now we're a little bit more equipped to handle it.
Good.
Brandon, it is your firm belief that the culling is taking over Twitch?
I mean, this game is just It's as good as I thought it was a week ago, and there are not many games to live up to that hype. The last time that I have been so happy and excited and having fun with a game as much as I am now was the release of Smite. And
So
that was 3 years ago.
Are you gonna go work for the Culling?
No, I have no intention. But at the same time, like the people who are working there should be pretty excited because this game's got serious legs.
Now, what do we know about the studio? Do we how large are they?
I don't know the employee size, but they're a fairly small production. Being that they're from Georgia, usually studios around here are considered pretty much indie studios. They're not huge. They've had one major game release before this, which was Lichdom Battle Mage,
Right.
which had basically the same feedback from everyone who had ever played it. Mechanics were good, story was as irrelevant as it could be, but the game fell short because it was a game at every fan's eyes built for co-op, and it didn't have it.
So they didn't quite bring the features that should have been there then.
Right. Whereas at the Culling, like we were talking about this before, they have a Trello board, which is public. It allows people to vote on the things they would like to see next in the game, be it new maps, whether or not they should rush having a female character, if we want to bring it to PS4 or Xbox One, like things like that. They're being extremely transparent on a game that is already becoming extraordinarily popular.
That is delightfully refreshing too.
It's
To have that transparency.
Awesome. It's just all, and like they're constantly posting on the Reddit, thanking people for feedback. They're on Twitter all the time. Like it's really interesting.
Is there something that's been suggested already that's made it into the game?
No, although I had a pretty important suggestion today that I hope they take.
And what was that?
Is it important, Brandon?
It is. I mean, the
Okay.
pump house. There's one section of the game that has a recycling station for selling things for money, and a health station inside the building instead of outside. Given the fact that there are no entrances without you having to open a door, which is very loud, you are entirely safe from harm, which makes the game very hard to progress if someone's camping inside of it successfully. Hopefully, they take that to heart. Because I feel like it's a little bit overpowered, and the rest of the game shouldn't be, or the rest of the players shouldn't be in trouble because they weren't able to control this area early on. As the game goes on, there's going to be a much bigger shift towards a defensive meta. And that's how every game works at a competitive level. Once a game starts to get figured out, usually defense winds up being the bigger option. The most successful esports in history are usually the most successful because offense maintains, the things Super Smash Bros. Melee, StarCraft 2, League of Legends, Dota 2. These games have extremely powerful offensive mechanics. The game is already feeling to me like defense is going to be a lot stronger than offense, although early game meta right now is very strong. I don't think we've explored enough of the game to really understand how much of an effect we've had. So I really want to see this taken down because the defensive capabilities of this one area, which is directly in the middle of the map, which allows you to get to the end game without really any trouble.
That's what I was going to ask. What part? Yeah, what part of the map is? If it's in the center, then
It's almost connected to the middle. In fact, the water that is containing what they call the culmination, where you will be forced to, is touching this building. So it's very close.
And it's not even a hard thing where they can't like shift the machines outside because there's that ramp that goes in from the water to the main entrance.
Yeah.
And there's space on both the left and right sides of the ramp. Like they can put the machines outside.
And
Considering it's like right next to the middle, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put them out front because it's like it's a really like heavily contested building, so you'd kind of want there to be some sort of risk.
If anything, I mean, for those of you who have used Unreal, the engine is super simple. I mean, I understand very little about game design or programming, and even I would be able to take these stations and put them outside.
Yeah.
cut and paste, right?
Basically.
It's pretty much, yeah. It's just you literally drag them outside.
So
and
have
will,
they
like,
responded
connect.
to this, to your claim?
Not yet, but somehow, I don't know how, I've managed to get this post to be one of the top on the Reddit, and nobody's trolling. Almost everyone is being respecting. Respectful. Thank you. I don't know why that happened. But we've actually had a conversation about this, and almost everyone who was a naysayer would come up with a scenario in which I was wrong, and I would just say to them back a different scenario, and then a few of them actually recanted and said like, "Wow, okay, I didn't think about that." Like they were actually thinking before they were typing, which I take as a huge personal victory. Whether or not they would have done that otherwise, getting people to think on Reddit is a super heroic feat. So when Civil War comes out, Tony's going to be a little bit stronger because I'm Team Iron Man.
Oh God.
What are you, Captain America?
I'm just saying the whole thing is. I'm not gonna get into how much I hate the Marvel movies at this point.
What?
It's not about the movies. Are we talking about the movies or are we talking about everything?
I've come to the consensus that Sam hates everything that is fun.
No, okay.
Yeah, basically.
Kinda, sorta.
They shit them out every couple of months, and they're not doing anything new for movies. It's just we have a large franchise that's being continued over several different movies, and it's
But
like a little
they're
bit slapstick. I know they're fun, and like don't get me wrong, I watch them, and I'm like, all right, this is fine, but like I could be okay with not seeing another movie that follows that same formula.
Then that's fine. Why voice your negative opinion when other people are having fun with it?
I'm not trying to ruin anyone's fun.
Okay, Brandon, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Kingdom Hearts sucks dick!
Why'd you say Brandon?
Oh wait, did I say Brandon? I'm just used to you. Like,
I
fucking
love
everything
Kingdom
else up.
Hearts.
There you go.
I'm
You're
so
garbage
would.
for it. You're
Oh
all
my
garbage.
God.
Kingdom Hearts sucks. Kingdom Hearts is awful.
So,
Agreed.
I mean, my point is like, that's why I'm a little bit more excited for Civil War because I know that the plot converges a little bit and they're bringing them together a little bit. I mean, we're looking towards like a greater future for these movies, but for the most part, they're pretty cut and dry, cookie cutter, like follow the very similar story arc. But I don't have a problem like with CGI clusterfucks of superhero powers because that's fun.
It's what people grew up reading, being on the big screen.
So I recently watched Deadpool with like everyone, and I went and I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be like everything I expected to be, like the humor to the CGI to everything. Like everything was so expected. I basically could have made the whole movie in my head, and I still enjoyed it. Like I just went to the movie and I went in, I got exactly what I paid for, and I walked out, and I had a good time. And that's every Marvel movie for me at least at this point.
So you know what to expect, and you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that because I know it's still gonna be good. A little bit of humor, lots of action, and who doesn't like big superheroes wearing like these costumes, beating up everybody? It's just I don't know, have a good time with it.
I'm with you on that.
Mindless fun.
Yeah, I guess like there's not too many instances, at least right now for me, where it's like I could just go have mindless fun. The last time I kind of had that was when I was like in high school. Like that was about it. Like everything else has been super serious or like somewhat serious. So like to be able to go out to a movie, like especially like a Marvel movie, where it's like you don't even have to worry about like a bad review or not. It's just like you're gonna get exactly what you want, which is superheroes, costumes, this, that, and the other, and you're gonna get all of that in like a 2-hour time frame. Enjoy.
All right, that's a very fair point, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm not trying to knock that. I think that's a wonderful thing that it's getting kids to the movies, it's getting kids interested in comics and things like that. I think that's all like a net gain. I'm just very picky when it comes to movies, and before you say it, everything. Because I know Fats was going to jump on that.
No, it wasn't this time, but at least you know.
Yeah, I know. You got me in line. You got me whipped. I'm a scared dog.
Don't say that. Come on, Joe.
What? Is whipped a bad... Oh, no, that's not what I meant!
Pbat trigger, Pbat
Racist.
trigger, Pbat trigger.
God damn it.
Racist.
I can't... All right, back to the culling.
Can't.
I can't. No, you're right, I can't.
I mean, there's really not much else to talk about. The fact that they're making new maps is great. Hopefully, they don't stick to the formula. I would really like to see them take other avenues. Like right now, it's kind of like a jungle map. Think almost like the Lost Island. It's like a jungle, and then there's like different stations around, like a satellite dish and a airport, things like that. One of my viewers had an idea of like a boat with different levels, and as the game goes on, the boat starts to sink.
That's very nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I mean,
that'd
that'd
be really
be great.
cool.
That's definitely the best idea I've heard so
I
far.
love the idea of like any sort of map that is structured in such a way that it's run like a gauntlet. Like you have
Yeah.
to move through it, whether it's teams or different ends of a maze or something.
Thing is, how big could this boat be? Like realistically, for like what, 16 people? I guess
I
it
mean-
could be decently big.
It could be a smaller game mode.
It could be a small yacht.
True. Yeah.
Well,
It
I
could
mean,
be free for all only.
think about the size of cruise ships right now. They're massive.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they fit like tens of thousands of people, and all the crews fucking each other.
Modern
Right.
Warfare 2 had a really good ship map. Was that Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 1?
That was one.
That
and that, map
was Modern Warfare
sucked.
1. Yeah.
I'm pretty
map
sure
was fine.
that was Super Mario RPG.
That map was.
What was that map called? It was all
forget.
rainy and stuff.
I think
yeah.
that
It
was
was rainy,
Showstops
it was
3.
nighttime, and it was
Cap.
bullshit.
I don't know what that was.
David just said Kappa with his voice.
Yes, he did say it with his voice. That is how you say
Thanks,
things.
matter.
Yeah, you got it, bro. Thanks, Dave. All right, so let's move on from the Culling. Allied, you. This.
I have 3 games on the Culling, and I'll tell you exactly my experience as a casual gamer. I loaded it in. ZM got me interested in playing it. I started up the first game. No, actually, I'll take you before that. I was like, yo, I want to customize my character. I was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see all the traits and options. So the first thing I did was I set my trait. I got movement speed and some other shit. And I was like, okay, I like this. This is cool. So then I decided to go into training because I was like, yo, how do I make stuff? I figured out how to make stuff. And I was like, okay, we'll get into the details later. Then I played my first game so I can get decent because I wanted to snipe DM on stream. I played my first game and I got like kind of bodied. And I was like, okay. And then I sniped DM. I didn't get into his game, but I got paired up with a BR guy. I played it all the way out and I ended up winning and I had a great time. Then my third game, I tried to snipe DM again and it didn't work and I got destroyed like immediately. Like I don't know, I died immediately. And then I haven't played since because I can't get into DM's game.
Did DM
But
getting
if I
you
had
mad?
to rate, if I had to rate this game with the building system and the funk and all the map and just how good it looks for like an early access kind of game, 8 out of 8, great mate. Like it's a really fun game. I enjoy it, especially if you're like that battle royale type. Yeah, like if anyone's been a fan of like H1Z1 or like even like the Arma 3 mod, yeah, you'll probably enjoy this if you're really into like this kind of survivable style. Also, it's pretty cool you can team with people, man. That's pretty cool. If you have friends.
If you have friends.
If
It's
you
a
have
big
friends.
if.
Sorry, Chris.
It's
Oh my
JC.
God.
Don't call him Chris.
JC.
Oh my
JC.
god.
It's amazing.
It's terrible.
Hate you.
So
Well,
next.
that's the culmination of the culling. Haha.
Nice.
Good reference.
I got you.
You guys are regular Culco employees making jokes like that.
Nice one.
Thanks.
So I have a question
Yeah.
to segue into the next topic. How was the division's first day?
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
All right, look, I think we should be fair and start off. While it had its bumps, the game was playable within an hour, which is way better than
That's
fucking any
amazing.
other AAA release that we could talk about.
It
I mean,
is
That's-
true.
I couldn't play
honestly-
Street Fighter for 2 days.
Honestly, that is pretty damn great because I remember a game that came out last year, known as MKX,
God bless.
and PC launch for MKX.
Isn't that the LSD testing
just
that they
stop.
performed on
Shut up.
people?
Shut up. MK
MK Ultra.
MKX launch day, April 2015, was the worst launch of any game I've ever played
Yeah.
by a big studio. On PC, at least. Because the regular game was the regular game, you could just play it out the box. But PC, you download it on Steam, you thought you had the whole game, but when midnight hit and everybody's trying to get it, apparently you had 32 more downloads you had to get, which were parts of the game split up. And as they downloaded, you unlocked the main menu. You unlocked
The main
train
menu?
mode. Yes. When you first launched the game,
Are
if
you
don't have
fucking
anything
me?
else downloaded, you were stuck in a main menu where you couldn't do anything.
And Division avoided most of that. I think
Thankfully.
the biggest issue is that when you started the fucking game, it put you into a cutscene. And there was no start, there was no settings. The game was loud as shit. Whoever made this decision obviously should be fired because they don't know what they're doing, right? So you get put into this like 3-minute cutscene and then right into character creation, and then you're sitting there with a ton of options on character creation. I mean, it's not like Black Desert or anything, but you have a fair amount of options. And all the faces are very plain, right? They're not like, your normal gorgeous anime faces. So you're like, okay, these look like real people. Which real person do I want to
Why
be?
would you describe anime faces as gorgeous?
Because that's what they usually
'Cause
are.
they
They're
I mean, like,
Oh
made
my
like that.
god.
Anime.
That's how they're portrayed.
Yeah, so
right? To
fuck
be
off,
like,
Smatty.
Oh, that's how they're portrayed. Not that you find them personally gorgeous, which I was gonna say is weeby as fuck.
Oh, I'm a weeb. That's fine.
Sam hates everything.
So you go through this and you're reading it and everything's fine. And all of a sudden, the game crashes because the servers are dead. And then it makes you watch the fucking cutscene again.
dude, that happened to me 3 times. I was about to lose it. I was like, I could play any other game, but then I was like, wait a minute. I could be playing Smite right now. I'll just sit in this cutscene again. I'll hold that. Like, whatever.
So this happened to me. It happened to Dust. It took us forever to get into the game. The game itself ran okay. The problem here is that Ubisoft, they put certain ideas on a pedestal and said, these are the goals that we have to reach. We'll put other things on the back burner. Number one, they wanted to make sure that the PvP experience favored people who weren't PvPing. This is something that they really wanted to do. So when you go into the Dark Zone, if you kill another person, you're now tagged as a rogue, and anyone in your party is tagged as a rogue. So now you appear on the maps of other players, and they get bonus experience for coming to kill you. This means that you are punished for doing the job that is given to you as you go into this zone. The second thing is that there's no endgame content, which is a really big deal. And this fell behind because they wanted to make as close to a one-for-one map of the island of Manhattan, which they did a really good job with. The level of detail in this game is beyond, I think, anything we've ever seen in terms of like realism. The issue is that was cool for like 10 minutes, and now like Allied, some of his friends, Sev, a few other of his friends are all at the end of the game, and there's nothing to fucking do. So you have this $60 amazing feat of technology and nothing to do with it.
That was the same. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say, I think the game is great on a casual level. You can definitely appeal to like the common pleb who is just like, this is cool, I like shooting things, and it's a great time sink. It feels like that very MMO kind of hole that we all have left in us from playing World of Warcraft, and if you haven't played it, then you missed out. But yeah, like if you have any kind of MMO holes left in you, then it fills that area really well. The biggest thing about this game is, like DM said, if you are somewhat like, if you don't even have to be a hardcore gamer, if you just game in general, you hit max level pretty quickly. A lot of the leveling is very repetitive. Kill this, rescue this guy, go on this encounter, blah, 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 right? So max level ASAP took us about like a day or two, and we did it on the hard difficulty. And here's another big thing that was really annoying about the Division. Normal and hard difficulty don't matter in terms of leveling. Harder difficulty gives you gear, but you level so quickly that the gear doesn't matter. You want to hit max level anyway. So it's like doing a harder difficulty. It's like doing a harder difficulty in World of Warcraft, right? You're doing a harder dungeon for like level 20 green gear to like level 20 blue gear. It's like you're going to replace that next level anyway. So really, it didn't matter to actually do hard or normal difficulty, but it was better than grinding out normal anyway because it was still ridiculously easy content. And that's really the key thing here. The NPCs were lifeless, and it was pretty freaking easy. It was just straightforward. Run in, shoot, take cover, whatever, right? Then you get to the late game, finally get to the Dark Zone PvP, and it's legit. It's another farming sequence. You get better gear if you farm the NPCs at the Dark Zone. However, if you wait around and try to PvP, you get punished. So whatever. And now there's rumors of instances and group raiding and stuff like that, but that's coming, I guess, whenever.
Well, the boss fights were pretty fun. Like they're early on in the story mode, there's like a boss that has like a huge tank on his back and he has a flamethrower. It's really interesting, but the game to me doesn't feel like it's going to be able to persist. I mean, every fight's going to wind up being the same, similar to Destiny. I mean, there's not a lot of mechanics in the game that would force you to have certain comps. Or we can even look at the fact that PvP is generally seen as a way to get more PvE gear. And you don't get experience when you're doing PvP. It's only like Dark Zone experience, which allows you to buy more gear. So you can't even level up doing PvP. Now, if we go back to 2009, World of Warcraft had already solved these problems. It allowed you to level through PvP. It allowed you to level through quests. It allowed you to level through dungeons. The dungeons encourage you to have a specific amount of classes to ensure that you're either healing or doing a fight a certain way, whether you're, kicking or, or interrupting a cast or going to a specific part of the map to kite a person, right? Like there was intent behind the design of these fights. Even the early dungeons when you hit level cap, think Cataclysm when the Deadmines came out, the idea was like if you did this boss on its hard mode, quote unquote, by not getting hit by a certain mechanic, it gave you an achievement called Ready for Raiding, indicating that you had a good idea about the game and how to play it. None of these features are inherent in the design and Division. It's just a New York City simulator as if we're all about to be fucked by some disease. And that's pretty much it.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing. So World of Warcraft had the opportunity to work through the fundamental problem that most game companies barely figure out when it comes to gamers, is that they're going to find the path of least resistance and the most effectiveness. And sometimes it's doing things like camping in the Dark Zone or just like going on hard mode to get gear over and over again. And they're failing to make that experience smooth. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like they need to give the tools to the players to strip away that desire and create fun.
the major selling point of Division is the fact it's a very casual shooter. The cover system's sweet. I love third person in most of my games, so if you like third person, then yeah, that's a huge selling point. And it's an MMO. It's an MMO. It might not say it on the box, but it's an MMO. That's what it is. You got 4-man grouping. You can group with your friends. You can casual it out. Like you can hardcore bro out and casual it out and like level together and have fun and make fun of your friend and whatever people do. And that's good. Like you can do that and like not get bored of it until like at least level 10, 15, whatever, right? And then you get bored of it. But
I mean,
past that, there's nothing else to do.
it's not an MMO.
It's trying
It
to
is.
be.
It is kind of an MMO.
It's not.
Like,
It is not massively multiplayed. That's the point. Massively multiplayer indicates that there are a ton of people on one server all trying to achieve the same goals. This is more of a feel like Diablo, where you're getting put into like semi instances.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I think that's a better comparison.
but Diablo is an online RPG. It's not an MMO. It's an online RPG. It's an online action RPG. If we want to be super specific, this genre doesn't really exist because you are not allowed to pick your instances. Similar to Destiny, I mean, this is just a new subgenre that has been created over the last couple of years that, in my opinion, doesn't do a lot for gamers. I mean, it's just more gear farming, and I really feel at my core the only people who are falling for this are the people who didn't fall for it 10 years ago. Things like Diablo 2 or even 8 years ago. Also, Diablo 2 was almost 20 years ago, and I want to kill myself.
Oh my
but,
god.
Yeah, let's not get into that. We also have games like Borderlands, which came out in 2009. This game is effectively just Borderlands. I mean, you're farming for gear, you're doing a very small amount of endgame content, and we're going to have to rely on patches to give us things to do. Granted, the $60 tag on this game doesn't quite live up to how much is in the game. I mean, you're really getting a big bang for your buck in terms of like realism, but aside from the slight arcadey gameplay with health bars and your ability to rush down enemies, this is for all intents and purposes a simulator, and that does not interest me.
Did they have they taken out the collision between players yet, or are you still lining up to talk to NPCs?
I think
Oh,
they're
yeah, they
still
took
lining
that
up.
out.
Oh, did they?
Because so there's a thing. I don't know if this is like patched in, but I noticed this. If you are in a safe zone, which is, I realized that the safe zone and like the dark zone, the only points we ever would talk to another player ever. Like, I don't know, that was weird to me. So if you like ram yourself behind someone for like 5 seconds straight and just hold like going forward button, whatever it is
keep
for
talking.
people, yeah, if you just like just start running at them for like 5 seconds, you'll eventually phase through them. Like, so that's the only thing I've noticed, but it's still annoying because if you have multiple people like sitting there, like it's really hard to phase through multiple people. That's like a good couple of minutes of phasing through people. I'm not even kidding. It takes forever. So
I can tell you right now, if Borderlands had launched like this and you couldn't talk to the freaking bounty board or claptrap without having to fight through 40 people, that game would never have been a franchise.
Yeah.
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
Borderlands could have fucked up twice as much as it actually did, and it still would have been the most popular games on the planet. Like, Borderlands just changed the game, man.
It's wonderful. I think it was the best like RPG shooter that there is.
And what's great is there is a major coincidence that in 2009 we got Borderlands a few weeks before Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 2 was obviously like the big thing. Everyone played Modern Warfare 2, most people liked it, but everyone who picked up Borderlands waiting for this shooter was just completely enthralled. This is happening again right now with everybody waiting for The Division. Most streamers were even saying, I can't wait to play this game. A lot of one-game streamers are like, I might even make the switch. Like, this could be my full-time gig. And then a week before that, they released the Culling, which is funny because they were going to release it on the same day until someone was like, hey man, you're kind of fucking up by doing this. No one's going to play your game if they already start The Division. They released it 4 days early, and everyone who played the Culling was like, wow, this is great. Still can't wait for The Division though. And then played 2 hours of The Division, like, wow, I'm going to go back to Culling.
You didn't even get 2 hours in, buddy.
Yeah, I played for 5 hours.
Well, an
I'll have
hour
you
of that
know.
was waiting in line.
Actually, an hour of that was getting through the cutscene and making my character.
yeah, I don't know. I played for like 2 days straight, and it's too repetitive for me. And that's really the biggest thing. There's nothing to maintain any sort of my attention, and it was just kind of like, okay. Well, yeah, no, I got like most of what I wanted out of there. I mean, I guess I'm like, I like the graphics and everything. That was great, but as far as like gameplay, it just wasn't there for me.
I totally hear you. I need that end game like strategy. I need something to do.
Well,
Like,
I need a goal, and that's
Yeah.
like with anything in life, any game. It's like you gotta hit me with a goal. If the goal is just to finish the story missions, well, I did that. I don't want to play the game anymore. But like, if you're telling me there's content to be released, it's like, well, now I just gotta wait because there's no reason to play the freaking game.
And the longer I wait, the less I give a shit.
Exactly.
I can feel you on that. That's typically how games work nowadays, especially for content creators. I mean, the game only has a certain amount of time to wow us before we have to move on to the next thing.
it's like kind of crazy if you think about it. Like how we used to like. It's like TV shows.
There's so much potential with that game, though. Like there was so much they could have done. It must have been like time constraints, or they just don't know how to make a good fucking game. Because really, the fact that there's even a difficulty choice, it just take it the fuck out. There was no point of putting in hard, normal, or whatever.
Well, who made
It
this
doesn't-
game?
Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft.
Oh,
Alright,
I see.
alright.
You have
But-
to remember their idea of putting content into an Assassin's Creed game is instead of actually giving you good assassination missions, is to make you collect little flags strewn about the landscape. So
Well, give it
Yeah.
give it two more of the divisions, and we'll have a good game on our hands. Just
But-
like how Destiny needed it.
Like some of the missions were pretty cool, but like at the end of the day, it's like I already forgot the actual storyline of the fucking game, and I spent 2 days doing the whole storyline. And spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't gotten to the final mission. Each boss was like very straightforward until the final helicopter boss fight is like, okay. And then you just finally did that, and then that was it. It was like game over. You have to do. It literally told us like, all right, do a couple more side missions, and you'll be level 30 for Dark Zone PvP. And I'm like, thanks, game, for telling me what I have to do. So then I did that, and then I got into Dark Zone, and I'm like, oh, this is boring.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right,
I
let's-
mean,
what?
if I could just interject something that I find really cool about a different game. You guys know what Plants vs Zombies is, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows what Plants vs Zombies is. Well, last year they did what I think is the funniest thing, and they made a class-based shooter called Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
It was more than last year. It was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Holy
About
shit!
2 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
And how long ago was Diablo 2?
Stop.
stop.
Patches. But they recently released another version of it, Garden Warfare 2, came out February, and on launch, because they had a beta where they tested all the classes, and some of the classes in the beta were pretty trash. So on launch, they buffed a new character known as the Rose, because it's all plants and zombies. Rose is a plant that had homing and missiles, had 2 forms of CC and an invincibility. So it was overpowered as shit. So the first month of that game was the most broken mess of shit I've ever seen for a video game, and I've played a bunch of MOBAs. So, like, I know. But the one thing that I gotta say is when developers know and listen to their community, they recently put out a patch that fixed a lot of the balance issues in the game because they introduced a lot of new classes. There's a class known as the Imp, which is like a scout in TF2. It's fast, has a double jump, low HP, all that. But because of how busted the Rose was, the Rose had a version where it could just charge up a shot that did 50 damage, and that was the entirety of the Imp's health bar. So after this new patch where they nerfed the Rose, they took down some of the CC, they reduced her health, they made her homing shots suck a lot of dick, and they increased a lot of other things across the board for all the other characters. I love it when games listen to the community and balance accordingly.
But here's the thing, because people are so willing to buy and to pre-order and to make day one purchases, like companies know that they can push out an incomplete product and then assume they can fix it later.
It wasn't an incomplete product. See, even when people try to push out incomplete
I don't
products,
I mean
and then
unrefined.
say they can patch later, like everybody can just say they're gonna patch later and just never do it. That's what most people do is they just say, "Oh, we'll fix the problems later," and they never do it or they don't do it right. It's EA on shitty Origin doing the right thing. It just amazes me to see that there's a fucking company that's able to listen to the community and do exactly what we ask.
I mean,
While
it's
also giving us free content in that. It was all free.
it's a low budget game for a small community. It doesn't take a lot of effort. I mean, the idea of what Division hopes to achieve versus Garden Warfare is night and day.
How so?
The Division is a multi-million-dollar project. I mean, the amount of money that went into that game, I mean, none of us will ever see in our lifetime winning multiple lotteries compared to Garden Warfare, I mean, which was probably made at most for like $2 million.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's a low-budget game. They're still going to have a very small yet dedicated team. I mean, even Hi-Rez has like 3 people working on tribes, and like, who cares about tribes?
Stop! I care about tribes.
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
I do. I played tribes too. Like when I was a kid, so much.
Okay,
But you're not playing
when
it
was
now.
the last time you played it?
I played Tribes Ascend for a while until they abandoned it. Genuinely. I loved it.
They brought it back. And why aren't you playing it now? I thought you cared so much.
Because I don't like zombie
You're killing
games.
tribes.
I like games that die and came back. I don't like fucking Garden Warfare. I don't like
Warfare's
that.
good though. I'm just really excited that people are doing that. Like there's things that are happening. It's just exciting to me to see a company doing the right thing. You know. I just wanted to bring that to the forefront and say that EA is not complete shit for once.
No, I'm with you on that, but I am sympathetic to the fact that it is like a smaller title and a
No,
smaller...
no. Now that I understand that, I'm just saying it's still cool.
Yeah.
It's still cool.
It's very cool, yo. He's cool AF.
If you keep triggering me like this, we're gonna have a problem.
Stop
What is
this.
that?
Obviously. You know, like OBV.
No one says off.
Yeah, everyone says
No
That's
one
like the
says.
Everyone
no
says-
one
I've
says
heard.
that.
Allied
No one
says
says
it
that.
vocally.
David, do you say
Not like in
Vocally.
At
person.
all.
No,
Yeah.
no, not,
Not
the
even
person.
like maybe if I'm like hella lazy, I'm like and my whole sentence is broken English at that point. Like it's just like like that would be the only.
Dude, you sound
Guys,
like
can we-
every one of my
excuse me,
Japanese
can we
impressions.
get some Minglees in the chat, please?
Oh my god!
Stop this.
Oh, that was
No.
so racist.
There it goes.
I'm so glad
there
my
it
girlfriend
goes.
just left the room.
Yeah, it did sound like
Triggered.
you were doing like a Miyamoto impression.
Don't do it, Sam.
Come on,
leave it.
please.
Nintendo
it.
Direct.
That's it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Uh,
Oh, god damn.
Terrible.
I'm glad you're here, David.
So we have one last bit
Well,
that we
we
have to hit.
two more things before we get to
Two?
the news article. I want to talk about this thing that specifically targeted Allied. Allied,
Oh, rip.
you were stolen from recently, correct?
Wait, what?
You were stolen from recently, correct? Your content.
Oh yeah, that nerd guy. Yeah,
bring it
dude.
up, man.
Okay, so there's
Dish.
this channel named Smite Pro Replay, or like whatever they are. It's like they, for the past, literally, I'm not even kidding, since the game was in closed beta, this nerd guy, it's one guy, don't know if he speaks English. I can't imagine he would speak English based on his responses, but basically what he's been doing is he collects content from everyone that has any kind of YouTube channel or Twitch VODs or anything. If you have streamed, put it on YouTube, even Hitbox, if you've done anything on there, he takes it without your permission, grabs that, puts it on his channel, edits. He does a really bad editing job, by the way. It's not even like good editing. It's like Windows Movie Maker, slap it on some transition effects and call it good. Like it's
what's
legit.
the name of this guy?
It's Smite Pro Replays. I don't know the actual guy's name, but that's the channel. So
You know how I
go
know he's a
on
nerd?
there.
He goes to Hitbox to get content.
He has videos of people I haven't even heard of that are apparently big on other scenes, like Warchi, who's popular wherever he's from.
The best
European
of
people.
Drelo. How does that have any views?
I don't even know how, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, he has dirt on everybody. He has VODs on everyone.
Does he have you,
And he
Brandon?
takes everyone's content.
I'm looking.
I would imagine.
No,
but-
it's Zatman, Lasses, Shing, Warchi. Yeah, pretty much like he's going through the pro player list.
Yeah, so what he's been doing is he compiles everything together and makes like a montage highlight video of everything. Now, normally I wouldn't care, but he doesn't ask for permission. He doesn't ask at all, and then when you confront him about it, he basically says, I made the video, this is okay. Which is why I made the tweet. If you saw, I'll link it in chat in a second, but this tweet basically is the picture, is like, I made this, and it's me giving it to you. Made this? No. I made this.
That's
Yeah,
Gia's
so-
favorite picture.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I love that
legit.
picture.
legit, like, he actually just steals everything, and he thinks there's no wrong, even though he has tons of copyright claims. Cyclones message him about it. Cyclone Spin has screenshots of him just yelling at him nonstop. He's like a brick wall, yelling at him, and his English is very bad. You can tell it's either that or he's very uneducated. And yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. He's just making these videos, and he puts on the comment sections, like, ask me, like, who can I make next? What do you guys want to see? And people respond. That's the thing. These plebs don't know any better, especially people that may not even be that up to date with Smite. So these plebs, they just watch and view, and yeah, they comment on it, and they love it. And he gets like thousands and thousands of views, and it sucks.
See, I
Because
could
it's like
see.
it's actually like my videos on my YouTube, and that's the
Yeah.
sick part. Some of the videos on there have more views than the original content on these people's channel. Like, for example, the Jerby one, which I think Jerby's got taken down, because I remember he was talking to me about it. He made a best of Jerb video, and Jerb got it taken down because it was legit. Like, he just took Jerb's content on his channel, and like he was like, no, you can't do that.
To be fair, I mean, like, what was Jerby going to do with that content? But
Okay.
Nice.
the crazy part is, like, I just checked it out, and it's literally just stream content. Like, Barracuda's face is on there with the webcam. The sub goal is there. He's talking to the chat. Like, if this was like he went into a ranked game and just watched the game from Barracuda or Allied's point of view, then it'd be fine. I mean, there was the whole thing with the Faker. You remember?
Yeah.
You guys know the Faker account. The
Yep.
guy would spectate all of Faker's games and stream while doing it. And that's genius because Faker, I don't believe that it's right. I think it's unethical, but it's not illegal. It's not against the TOS.
They stopped that though.
Why?
They shut down the spectate faker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember them doing that. Why would they do that? I mean, it's shitty, sure.
They-
because
it
Faker
had-
doesn't stream and he was monetizing it.
Well, I mean,
it had to do with the management company that owns that esports team.
Yeah, it was Azubu,
had
I
a
remember, right?
deal with
Yeah, so
All of
Twitch to get
Faker's
rid of it.
content ever made was supposed
Yeah.
to go through Azubu only.
Yeah.
Aw.
And
the
there's like
fact
another
that-
company that owns his dumps too.
And the fact that the person who made the spectate faker was like somebody said, was monetizing it and getting money from it meant that it was basically infringing on the contract.
I think the problem there is that he called it Spectate Faker, because I think I do remember the story actually leaning towards he stopped doing just Faker and now he does a bunch of different pros and won't label it that way. He'll just do it, and that's not
Too late.
illegal.
But this guy.
So yeah, but
taking
this
the
guy,
stream.
do you think he's too afraid to touch you, Brandon, because he knows you'll fucking blow up?
I mean, maybe because I'm not a pro, he doesn't value my content, which is fine.
What are you
It's
talking about?
Smite
You're the
Pro
best Smite player
replays.
ever.
God bless. But I mean, like you were saying, if I were him, I wouldn't fuck with me. Plain and simple, because I have very, very little to do, and I hold grudges like a dead Japanese girl. Like I will end them.
Sure do.
This guy's channel has 2 million views and 12,000
It's
subs
all
for stolen
content.
content.
Yeah, this guy's a monster cocksucker. This is awful. He doesn't even.
This is that's the thing that's what pisses me off so much. He gets so many views, so many people watch this, and he even has like 12K subs, which really it ain't shit. But realistically, like let's say I'm just like let's say I'm I don't know who's like a lower end of the spectrum professional. Let's say I'm Benna, right? The duelist, whatever, right? Let's say I'm building up my YouTube channel and I see Smite Best of Benna Season 2. And it's literally all of my clips put onto a montage onto this guy's channel, and he's monetizing it, and he didn't even tell me. It's like, what is wrong with you, guy? Like, why would you not at least tell me? Like, there's still people out there that are like, hey, I'll make you a montage video. You want to work something out? I take your clips, whatever, right? Like, whatever the case may be, he is not only ignorant of the fact, but when he is confronted about it, denies it and says it's his content, which it doesn't actually make sense because you can see the people on the fucking video, dude. It's actually my face. That's me in the fucking video, dude. I made that. No one else did.
It's me, David. I'm in the video.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's why it pisses me off, because he responded to my tweet last night and he says, there's nothing wrong with me doing this. This is mine. He said that. And I called him a bot because that's what he is. He's a sick bot. There's no way a human could be like that.
I mean, taking content is a hot topic this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a
That's why-
segue that was.
Fats, why don't you go ahead, man?
Yeah.
Oh man, we had fun with this one. I'll tell you that. So I'm just on Twitter, as always. I live on Twitter. Fuck it. And another streamer mentioned. He just said something along the lines like, "Imagine your favorite content creator, like your favorite streamer, goes offline one day, and then the stream comes back up, and it's a completely different person."
Is that like where you like married for 20 years and you wake up in the bed next to your partner and you're like, I don't know this person? Is that same kind of feeling?
I think that's a little bit more
Well,
real than what we're talking
pretty
about,
close
but
to the situation, talking about marriage. See, there was a situation with the streamer Ara Gaming this week, and it's wild. All right, so the streamer tells me, check this channel out. This is not that person. This is not their channel. I go in there. Apparently, what happened was Ara Gaming is a streamer, has a sub button, 29K follows, a dedicated community, has built something for herself. She went through a divorce recently, and in the divorce, lost everything that had to do with the quote-unquote Aura Gaming name to her husband. The
What the fuck does that even happen?
Listen, the
I can
emails,
tell you how it happened.
the Twitter account, the Twitch account itself, everything that had to do with Aura Gaming was lost from her and went towards her husband. Her husband decides to give the channel to, and the relationship of this female is, confused as of now, but give it to his sister. I'll go with that. Gives the entire channel of his ex-wife to his sister.
Wait, that is his sister.
Did you not just hear what I said?
No, okay, I just like last I checked in on this. It was
there was
like,
a lot of
yeah,
confusion.
yeah.
Between if it was his sister or his girlfriend.
There's a confusion on the relation to this new female.
Yeah.
Please listen. There's a lot of confusion, but I'm going to go with sister because it's easy. Gives all of this to his sister, and now the sister is streaming on our gaming channel saying, I want to build something for myself.
ugh.
So yesterday, she's streaming on there, and like a bunch of top streamers go in there. Like, I'm talking, like, I'm in there. Oh my god.
All
You
right,
don't list
all
yourself
right,
first,
all
you
right,
piece of
all
shit.
right, all
There's a reason
right,
I
all
said me.
right.
There's a reason I said me. Relax. I'm not a top streamer. Relax. You got that. I'm just saying, I'm in there. Oh my god, it's Firefox in there. Bike Man's in there. Big people are in there. People have built something for themselves, actually. To see somebody have their channel actually completely stolen. And somebody else is on the channel saying, I want to build something for myself. Now, there's two things to know about this just based on me seeing this stream. One, this new girl does not know what streaming is because she's not talking. And you can just hear her mouse clicking all the time as she's playing Stardew Valley. And two, that's not the person. Like, I don't know what to say.
Apparently,
it
like,
caused such a shitstorm on Twitter with every content creator. Just like, how is this possible?
she
How
like
can you
people
lose
asked her
something-
what was going on, and she's like, I can't explain because of legal reasons.
Exactly.
This fucking bimbo.
So apparently, legally, she wasn't able to say how she got the channel, but our gaming's husband, ex-husband, whatever the situation may be, was in the chat and started to answer questions and speak about what the situation was. Now me, I was just in the chat spamming and just talking shit because that's what I do. I'm a stream monster, and somebody
Top
from my chat started
streamer.
spamming Fats French, and we just went in like "Viva la Revolution, we will not be stopped." It was funny as hell. But the situation isn't funny. To see that somebody could lose their channel through a divorce, like it's basically he won her job in a settlement.
Yeah, see that's my issue is when you sign this contract with Twitch, you are signing a contract that indicates you are a sole proprietor. It is you yourself.
The only way I can see it
Now
happen.
I see. I'm reading it now. Apparently, she lost the LLC.
If she made it into an LLC, then not much you can do about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially if like in the divorce, her husband showed that he financed the LLC, then he can absolutely take it. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she also can't stream or do anything similar for
Five
5
Yeah, that's something weird.
years.
That's like
Conan O'Brien, when he lost a similar lawsuit, could only not do it for one.
that's
Twitch
crazy.
streamer for 5 years? Will Twitch even be a platform in 5 years? Good lord.
Don't say that. I need this money.
So why see this? I think this should be a nice wake up call to Twitch. So what the relationship with their partners is? Like, how do they define that? That's very tricky because can you get like, let's say I have an LLC and I have a community built up. I'm not even partnered right now, right? Let's say I get partnered tomorrow. Twitch, if you're listening, Anyway, if I'm if I'm partnered tomorrow and I have would my partnership be with my LLC and Twitch, or would it be me, Sam? That's very
Depending on how you
nebulous.
sign the contract.
Can people sign as their LLC? Do people know that's an option? Because I feel like that could be a safe option for some partners.
I'm not actually sure.
That's what I'm
pretty sure
saying.
you might be able to.
There's a serious lack of clarity on this type of thing.
Well,
that
I mean,
Twitch needs to answer.
let's take Geek and Sundry for example. They have Critical Role, Nerdist, Massive, all of which has live shows on Twitch. I would imagine that they signed their partnership, because they do have a subscriber button, through an LLC. I don't imagine that there is one specific person who owns a Twitch channel dedicated to such an insanely large community. It's just extremely unlikely. So we should err on the side of caution here and say that yes, you can.
We need to get Ryan Morrison in this shit. Video game attorney.
Nah, he's
Come on.
overbooked, man. Like, I need to break. So, like, I'm just trying to. It had to have been funded. I'm just trying to think of it like. I'm trying to rationalize this type of thing, like, because I know it's also weird.
Everybody's trying.
It's weird too because like most divorces, like people they just fight for half. It's not even like, or maybe that's all the value she had.
Well, apparently,
comparatively, and like that's all that he could take, and the court saw it that way and took it. Also, the courts probably didn't understand what the hell she does.
that's the thing, is that the court system doesn't understand this type of content in the first place. It's all very new age, like within the past 6 years, new age, that this has become a profitable industry like this.
I mean, most people who are residing as judges who would come over this kind
Like
of case,
50.
they're just barely now recognizing that gays are people and should be able to get
Yeah.
married. So
Stop.
to give them the idea that they're going to have to discuss a video game channel, they're probably like, "This isn't even a real job. You need to get a tie, son." Like,
Well, the thing is, because of the quote-unquote "you can't talk about it" claim, we really don't know what happened, because she can't talk about it at all. The new girl can't talk about it either. The husband talked only a little bit about what happened.
all I'm saying is, like, this girl better have done some really fucking awful shit to this dude, because he is being the world's biggest cunt right now. Like, she better have cheated on him and put it on YouTube or something for him to be.
I'm reading what he said. Apparently, she liquidated and
let's be
took
clear,
all
this
the
is-
money.
this
She
is the guy-
liquidated and took out all the money out of the PayPal and the Patreon prior to the turnover, so that anything new would go to the LLC. And he says, honestly, I did not expect her to offer the business up to me. I was reluctant to take it, which obviously I don't believe in the first place. But the person is his cousin apparently.
Yeah, this person is claiming to be someone relevant, but there's again no way to know to confirm
She
that.
traded the business for cash. Is what I'm reading. So
But
she
here's the-
sold her Twitch channel.
But
Is
why?
that possible?
So,
Why
no,
can he
I mean,
talk about it? And-
technically, if it's during a divorce settlement, yes, you can. If it's done through an LLC, you can transfer the rights of the LLC, and as part of a divorce settlement, she could agree to certain terms. I mean, they're basically just making a non-disclosure agreement contract saying, like, nothing will be said, you'll get to keep this money, but you're not allowed to do blank. In this case, blank is you're not allowed to tell anyone what you're doing, and you're not allowed to stream or do anything similar for the next 5 years. Like, that could hold up in a court of law. But if he took this and there really isn't any other scenario that could hold up in my eyes.
It's all a very
Unless
confusing situation.
she just straight up gave it up because she feels bad or is emotionally distraught right now. That's the
It
only other
sounds
thing.
like, according to him, it sounds like she gave it up for cash.
So,
Like she sold it to him.
and this my next question is how did like he even assume that putting someone else on this channel would keep that community? That's the other crazy thing. This channel's gonna die once this controversy blows over.
He doesn't. It's money coming in. I mean, of course, you're gonna try and keep that money coming in.
It's just so mind-boggling too. But it's a scary thing that we have to kind of think about, right? Because we do live within. Well, if you're in the United States and you're a partner, you live within the laws of this country. And how would these types of things affect you? What if Kelsey wanted to take your stream, Brandon?
I said that last night. I'm like, "You're gonna leave me and take my stream?" She goes, "I don't want it."
She doesn't want your
I
fucking
wouldn't
weed.
want it either. Like, that's all you.
Yeah, she said in chat too.
Should've
I'm
just
gonna
taken
take
one.
it. She says I'm gonna take it. And the chat's like, Kelsey, stream The Sims for us.
I'd watch.
It'd be hilarious. Like,
I'd watch as she gets 3 hours in and makes a mistake, and she goes, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna," and then she puts in the cheat code to get more money.
Rosebud or whatever it is, right?
Yes, that's what I said. And she's like, "No, Rosebud doesn't work in Sims 3."
Oh God.
Oh my
Wow, she's come
god.
quite a ways, huh?
Yeah, God bless.
What a life. But it was such an explosion on Twitter because, you know, for one, to have somebody's channel going in with no information, it seemed like the channel just got ripped out.
Yeah.
Also, there's Kelsey in the chat.
Kelsey's
Saying,
like, I never cheat. Wait, so Gamer of Sirs in chat pointed out that the girl who is now on R's channel tried to make a channel 3 months or so ago and only got like 29 followers. So this person was already unsuccessful. I wonder what if this bitch tanked the marriage to get her channel? That's
Stop.
it's like one thing to steal somebody's husband, but it's another thing to steal somebody's career. That's some fucking House of Cards shit.
That's the thing that's confusing me though, is she lost her career over this.
She can't do
Is it
anything
possible
related.
to lose your career through a divorce?
She can't do anything related. That's
I mean,
actually
yes.
madness.
Because
Yes, very true.
this is a private business. You are a self-employed citizen at that point. So if I were to open up a video game store and in my divorce I lost half of it, I would have to give half my business to my wife. If she decided to have it where we were going to have controlling stakes and my wife and I were at each other's throats, it's likely one of us would give up 1% of the business to ensure that we were out of each other's lives but still making some of the profit. Since this is such a strange and new case, there's no precedent set. There's no legal matters for us to turn to understand why or how this should turn out. With that, she was probably like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. I don't care about the channel. Just give me all the money that's in the PayPal. You take it and just don't fucking talk to me again. That seems like the most likely scenario. But again, this is, all speculation.
I'm curious to see how this plays out. Also, apparently, according to chat, the LLC was formed while they were married, which is a big part of that. So if they built it together, then yeah.
It's half and half. Even if she got married after she had the LLC, half of that is his by law.
God, that's such a crazy law in this freaking country.
It is. There was a girl walking by, and I said something like, "She's cute," and Kelsey's like, "Go ahead, I got half your stuff."
Oh man, she's great, huh?
Who? The girl stealing the channel? I mean, that's
No.
not really nice.
I thought you were doing a "Who was that?" to your own wife.
Wait,
You wake up one day in bed and there's this person next to you. You don't know who she is because your wife fucking drowned in a frozen lake 20 years ago. Don't you hate that?
What?
Yes.
That like
I
trope
do.
of
What
movie.
the
I'm
fuck?
very
You're such a
confused,
funny
Sam.
human, Smatter.
Thank you, David. I
Human.
appreciate your compliment.
Are you an alien? Why would you call him a human? Why would you specifically refer to his species?
He's a Malian. He can't help it.
Well, I appreciate it anyway, David. That was very nice of you. I'm glad you're here again.
Again.
Stop.
It's just it's so weird.
Yeah.
Because like as the sole content creator for my channel, thinking that I could get married and then lose it is a scary thought. And not knowing how, like, we just want to know what happened to allow this to go on. That's the main fear right here. Is it's mostly, some people are like, okay, well, this is somebody we liked watching, and, it's bullshit that they lost their channel this way. Whereas me, who has no clue who this person is more wondering, like, how's this possible? I just want to know what Twitch is able to do in this situation.
They're like our Kardashians. We just need to know.
Stop.
That's a reasonable comparison.
Because I don't watch every week.
David,
This is
are
a
you
once a
okay,
week
bud?
thing. This is a one-time life thing.
I really do want to know. I hope some fucking piece of shit weeb on the internet hacks their shit, finds out what happens, because we all really want to know. I don't care that these people have privacy. I want it invaded so I can know exactly what happened.
Okay.
Let me know. Everything.
I will, David. We'll have a meeting. All right, so we're winding down to the end of the show here. We've covered everything we wanted to cover. Next week, or actually, I believe tomorrow, like the Paragon NDA is lifted, right, Fats? We
Yep.
can start talking about that. And the beta goes live soon.
It's I can't talk about that stuff, but
Oh,
soon, yeah.
Yeah. I assume it's soon if the NDA is going to be lifted.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll have some content to talk about that next week. Dave, I'm going to thank you for joining us.
No
Before we
problem. Love
close
you
out,
guys.
we're going to do a hypothetical question. Do you know what these are, David?
Oh God.
These?
A hypothetical question.
Hypotheticals. Let somebody
Okay.
else make one so you
I
can
mean-
answer it first.
You know what a hypothetical question is? But suppose a situation to us and ask us to respond. And the hypothetical could be completely outrageous. It could be very serious. Generally, it's really outrageous. But something to jog a conversation. Bonus points if you can make it related to the video games.
All right, I need an example.
All
I
right.
got one. All right, here's an example. All right, quick example. All right, imagine the biggest esports team in the world, like your current team fused with TSM fused with CLG, had that much money, right? And they're willing to pay you like $50K a month, right? But every event you go to, fans piss in your face.
Dude, I'm down.
I don't see the negative there.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I already do this.
Okay, that's a hypothetical. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Should I make one now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now imagine the top 3 Smite teams to qualify for Worlds after they do Super Regional, so it'd be like 1 NA, 1 EU, and then 1 wherever, right? So imagine all those teams all come together, and they go to an island. And here's the question. Do you go to that island with them to... I don't know, dude. I'm
It was going somewhere.
I'm not sure that was.
I'll pick up.
Pick
so,
up, please.
top team from NA, top
You
team
haven't
from
completed
EU,
a thought today.
and top team from other, right? They're all stuck on this island, and it's a 3-for-all. Like the teams have to kill the other teams.
Culling!
It's the culling. Oh, that's great. So it's the culling of these Smite teams.
Oh my god.
Okay, and you're the airdrop operator. And let's say Envious goes, and Dignitas from EU goes, and like an Australian team goes, whatever. Say you're an Envious fanboy, and you're the operator of, like, you know, the mini games where they send the 3 packages to the middle.
Yeah.
Say you operate that, and you drop 3, and Cyclone Spin opens up a bomb and dies. Can you live with yourself?
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
If I put him on the island, I'm gonna bomb him.
So
Who the
it's,
hell is Cyclone Spin?
it's guaranteed to be Cyclone Spin?
No, it's somebody from your favorite team.
Oh.
You kill your favorite player from your favorite team on this island.
Can you
Yeah,
kill with
man.
kindness?
Because that means I had some sort of interaction with my favorite player. That's
What is
awesome,
wrong
man.
with you, man?
That's awesome.
The true Twitch monster right
But my
here.
favorite player is Allied. This
Yeah,
is
I
really
don't want
awkward
to kill
now.
him.
No, I'm not a
So-
player anymore. I'm washed up.
So you're DM Brandon. Nice.
Ain't nobody DM
So-
Brandon. Not even me.
So you're saying you're
Good.
washing up on the beach, so you're still on the island?
Is DM
or-
Brandon an LLC?
I'd prefer not to answer.
Wait, Fats, this question is almost as fucking janky as the lead up to it.
I had to take what he did and then try and make.
I mean,
something.
I thought you
I'm
were just
going.
gonna say, what are the things you drop on that island to instill conflict?
No, that's not what I'm asking.
All right, so,
I'm asking could you live with yourself knowing you killed Ally?
but that's not a hypothetical. That's a yes or a no.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
An island, culling style. You have to. You are the sponsor of one of the high-res casting members, and you have to sponsor them to live. And it's like they're all trying to survive, and it's DM, FDOT, and all of them. And you have to sponsor. You have to choose one of them to sponsor. And the things that you can give, you have to give a bottle of Advil, a toenail clipper, or a faucet. Which item do you give to which member?
What the fuck?
So who do you pick and what you give them to survive?
Yes.
All right, so the faucet I'm assuming is a spout for trees.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna have to give that to FDOT. He needs to stay hydrated. I guess I'll take the toenail clippers because that doesn't seem very useful, and I'm definitely gonna need the least amount of help here. and whatever other one goes to Adonis, and we'll just hope he doesn't kill himself.
Okay, I would like to give myself the faucet. I did
High-res
cast for High-res.
fats.
I did
High-res
cast for High-res.
fats. High-res fats.
I'm down.
Dude, I think Gandhi would beat everybody without a weapon.
Oh yeah,
He's
not
way
a
stronger
He's not a
Everyone.
caster.
He's not a caster. He
Well,
was
Fats
running
is designer.
everybody's shit though.
Oh my god. Well, he
He's
did
got
at one
Gandhi
point.
running at you. Scariest thing on the planet.
All right, you know what, Brandon? I'm gonna give Adonis the nail clippers simply because that must be the most dangerous weapon because you can't take him on planes. Faucet, you're getting the faucet because it's a blunt weapon. And what was the other thing?
Bottle of Advil.
Advil? F dot.
Yeah, you get headaches sometimes, man.
Yeah, so he's gonna get a headache listening to the two of you go at it.
I mean,
I don't mean
I
go.
mean,
I don't.
I get a headache from any of them talking extensively.
See, I make great questions, Cap.
Stop saying cap. in
Did you
real
just say
life.
cap it with your voice?
No.
Kipo.
Epo?
Kipo. Cap.
No, stop this.
Can we hear the Pbat limerick again?
No, we cannot do that.
Brandon,
We're the
please.
podcast.
Because
is
you know
over.
the first time you did the Pbat limerick was way before the start of the show because I can't fade up from that into the show when I edit this thing.
If you do it, I'm leaving.
You've basically been gone.
This show's over.
1, 2.
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Everybody eat my cum. It's Pbat live. Oh yeah, you weren't here for that. Oh god. All right. How about that? Here's hypothetical. Fit something to that melody. It has to end in Pbat live.
It does not have to.
And
end in
start with
PBL
numbers
Live.
1 through
No,
5.
that's the end of Pbat.
It has to end in
Defamation.
Pbat live and start with numbers 1 through 5. Somebody take it.
JC, you first.
Nah.
Come on, JC.
No, I'm trying to
JC?
think. I'm trying to think. Pbat, go. Come up with your own.
I can't come with my own. I'm not gonna.
It's so easy. Say
slander my
anything.
own. I'm not gonna slander my own company.
You have to be a company. You're an LLC.
Okay. I got it.
Taking that shit.
Take the
Okay.
mic, JC.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sleeping with Sonic. It's Pbat Live.
I mean, that's true.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice,
pretty
nice.
I'm disgusted. I'm not doing
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to make myself popular. It's Pbat Live.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not
even
doing
sadder.
this.
That's
He's
even
doing
sadder.
that with his gift faces and it's pissing me off.
Hey man,
Every time you tweet at Pbat, here's a picture of me. Every time you tweet at somebody else, is a picture of Pbat.
Pbat
Again.
reacts.
Again.
All right, I got you guys.
Oh, here comes Oompa Loompa.
I got you. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lost my channel in divorce. Now it's Pbat's wife.
Oh, nice.
no.
Savage.
Alex,
Too
you got
soon.
something?
You broke the rules, but it was worth it.
I had to.
One.
I had to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm here to eat ass. It's Pbat live.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Perfect.
That one I'm down.
I don't know what else to do.
All right.
Of course.
Oh
He eats
god.
ass on the daily. And
Pbat,
of course,
you-
Sam, what do you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ain't getting your Kickstarter money. It's Pbat live.
Savagery.
Oh my.
The most savage thing about that was the
leaving.
slant rhyme. I'm
Oh
sorry.
God, I'm
That
leaving.
was so mean.
Yo, you did that. You did Warren today. Like, this
I
whole
came up
thing.
with the original thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody eat my cum. It's Pbat live.
You just hate black people.
No, I love
It's
cum.
only us. It's only us.
He really does hate us. It's gotta be that.
Come on, Pbat. You have to do one for yourself.
I don't have to do one.
Yes, you
Come
do.
on, Pbat.
Come on, P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us a thing. It's Pbat live. Just we only talk like that for the rest of the
1,
episode.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't
Sonic
even
is
know.
Dead.
I'm too flustered. I can't.
Come on.
It's like when you get put on the spot.
You don't even have to
bitch.
make the rhyme up. 5 and live rhyme.
You're black. You know what rap is.
I don't know.
Come on,
I
Pbat.
listen to your videos, P. I seen them.
I don't know, man. I'm put on the spot. Fats, you do one for me.
He
You're
did
black.
one.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pacifist run. It's Pbat live.
See, there we go. There we go. Fats did one for me.
Have
No,
you
he
ever
didn't.
seen Pbat's pacifist run? It is
If you're
literally the funniest thing
If you're
I've ever
saying
seen.
Fats did that for you, then you're saying all black people are the same. So
I mean,
do
we
one for
basically
yourself.
are. We basically
Oh
are.
my
Not
god.
you. You're Canadian. That's
1,
different.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna eat all the chicken. It's Pbat live. Is that good? Is that enough?
I
You
fucking
can't
do.
shave.
That is alright.
Dickhead.
That's not what I meant, but sure, that's great. Alright, everybody. That is going to be the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter. Allied, what's your thing? It's NV_Allied?
NV_Allied. Yeah.
Sweet. Brandon, you're at Juice DIM. Juice
Don't
DM.
follow me.
Zoofats.
Diam.
Paperbat
Juice
VG.
Dim.
Juices Matter. And at JC.
Oh my god.
Juice Cyan.
It's Juice Cyan. Thank you all. We'll be back next week. Maybe Allied will join us again in the future. Thank you for being here. It was really cool of you to come from the car to this podcast.
Yeah, it
From
was
the
it was
car.
hard, but I did it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it, and you're a very brave man.
Guys are idiots.
That's it. Show's over. Bye.